Well, the world's top chefs are in Sydney as the city celebrates gastronomy. One of the focuses of the Crave Sydney International Food Festival this year is food miles, the distance food is transported from production to consumer or paddock to plate. It's seen as one way to measure the impact of what we eat on the environment and to encourage people to support local producers. Crave's so-called 100-mile meals are a series of dinners with produce sourced within this radius. However, one Sydney chef is going 90 miles better. Jared Ingersoll from Dank Street Depot is an advocate of sustainable, ethical food, and he joins me in the studio. Jared Ingersoll, welcome to the program, fresh from the kitchen.
Yes.
Now, you're not to be outdone. You're not doing a 100-mile meal. You're doing a 10-mile meal, or more accurately, as you just corrected me, 16.09-kilometre meal. What exactly does that mean? What are the rules?
Well, basically, we do everything we can to source the ingredients within that radius. We sort of just drew a circle on the map, and the purpose for doing it was because one of the things I firmly believe in is that the culture and the biodiversity of a city such as Sydney is immense. Our ability to be able to feed ourselves and grow amazing food within the city confines is incredible. It's
But it's not everything, surely. I mean, maybe your oils or some of your dairy products.
Ooh, the oil has been the biggest thing, but I got an email on my way here that I've been given an address in Marrickville, and I'm told that the people who live in that place, I don't have their name or their phone number, but I've got to, once I finish here, I'm going to go knock on their door because they make their own olive oil.
They press olives in their back garden or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
I mean, all that sort of stuff happens. It's amazing. There are people who make salamis in their backyard. There are people who grow all sorts of stuff. There are African communities that grow foods for their communities. So there's not only... There's this big move towards community gardens.
And do you buy from them?
Whenever possible, yeah. It's something that I do try to support, and it's something that is becoming easier and easier. Every single day there's another person that's growing something. I've had people contact me. I had a woman from, Glebe a few months ago rang me up and said, can you come around and get some crab apples for your dessert that I was doing on the menu? So I suppose
one of the problems with that size of distributor, if you can call it that, or grower, is that you might find a great person, but then once you've emptied all the crab apples off their 3 trees, you're stuck.
And that is the beauty of that, what I'm trying to demonstrate. For example, we're doing, we can't get any meat for tomorrow night's menu. So we're focusing on seafood because there's an abundant amount of seafood, 16 kilometres from Dank Street out to the ocean. There's loads out there.
Do you make that? Do you make the 16 I'm just trying to work that out. Do you make 16 kilometres?
Well, I asked them to stick to it, and the people that I'm buying from, they're not. I'm not buying from the supermarket. These are people who are actually going out fishing.
Yeah.
And
but not too far, clearly.
Not too far, and it still must go through the distribution network. So it must, these are not. This is not like a dodgy bloke, no surname and cash under the table. It's it's all above board and it's all legit. But the thing is that I don't know what the seafood's going to be tomorrow until they turn up. So, and for example, running out of crab apples is that's not really a problem. You just change your menu. You change your expectations of what is going to be on the table. I'm a firm believer in there's 2 ways of running a menu. One is that I can dictate what I want nature to provide me. And with that mentality, I'm stuck with buying things at certain prices, buying things that get flown in from all around the world, or I can go, I just want the best that can be provided to me
on this day, in this particular area,
and then just being flexible to roll with it. I mean, we're still sort of working out the menu for tomorrow night.
I know. Actually, I note that on the publicity for tomorrow night, you said that don't just BYO wine, but BYO food. If you've got a crop ready for harvest, bring it along and we'll include it.
Absolutely.
I'm sitting there thinking, my God, if 20 people turn up and they've all got a bucket of something different on the back seat, you're going to have a very interesting evening.
But I mean, that's sort of part of the fun. I mean, the thing is that we do this, this is not just a one-off thing. We do like to operate like this, and because we are flexible with our approach to the menu and the way that we like to feed our guests, if we only have a limited number of ingredients, then that's when the skill of the cook comes into play. That's when we get to use lots of different recipes and different techniques and try and experiment around. I mean, I think that it's one of the things I believe is that this day and age you can get the best of anything delivered to your door within 24 hours and 3 clicks of the mouse. So we've got it all. And it's so easy to access the best of anything.
But there's a more serious side to this, isn't it? And that is actually realising what's sustainable on your own front doorstep, and the fact that often what is grown close by is taken miles away for processing, goes through a few channels and comes back via the local supermarket, and you possibly never realised that it was grown 20, 30 k's away.
The whole supermarket model is a really great way to be disrespectful to the farmer and to the supply chain. The whole sort of mass production of food is not... I believe, and it's not just like a plucked out of the thought view. It's something I've done a lot of research, and it's not a sustainable method. All that we're doing is trying to create systems to try and force things to be able to work for us, and all that does is create other problems. I think that and for example, trying to get beef for tomorrow night's menu, the only way we could do that was we found an agricultural college, but the beef was going to have to travel 350 kilometres in order for it to come back to a distance of less than 9 kilometres from Dank Street, and we just thought, well, that sort of defeats the purpose
of what you're trying to do. But do you think that you are inspiring some people to perhaps, for example, the lady with the crab apples, does she think, well, maybe there's a small business here. If I've got some more space, I could put in a few more trees?
Oh, I so hope so. I absolutely so hope so. And I think that when it comes to sustainable eating and sustainability, food has got the biggest impact out of pretty much everything that you can do. You can drive a car which runs on electricity, or you can change to solar panels, but it will not have as great an effect as what it would by the way that we produce food.
And that's it's a salutary lesson. We are right out of time, but Jody,
and I can keep going. So
many thanks for joining us.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you.